Welcome to the Reborn Podcast. My name is Ashley Horner with my co-host Lena.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going good. Sipping a martini.
How's your week been? It's Friday.
It's been good.
It is Friday here at the Brew.
Yeah, it is Friday.
It's been a rainy-ish week.
Yeah.
Or like yesterday
it was like
super rainy.
monsooning here.
Yeah.
I think there was a hurricane coming up the coast or something.
Yeah.
So it was miserable, but it's getting better.
Yeah.
Can't complain. Life's good.
Life is good.
Life is good.
Life is good. It's been a busy Friday. Busy Friday for me.
Yeah, how's your week of recovery been going for you?
Yeah, that's been interesting. So I just finished the 40-hour run that ended on Sunday around 8 a.m. And that was tough. So I actually have a hard time sincerely and truly resting.
Yeah.
And it's hard too because I have the kids.
I was wondering how this was gonna go for you. Your recovery.
Well, I was in the next day. I ended on Sunday. Well, I was in Monday morning. Liz was like, "I can't believe you're here," and I was like, "Well, I'm sure you guys want to get paid, don't you?"
Yeah,
like
that's true. Yeah.
So I had to come in and do like payroll, and I've actually been to the range every day.
You wild lady.
I know.
You
I didn't go to the
wild.
range yesterday. So what I've noticed
Shame
with
on
my
you.
with my
Shame on
recovery,
you.
yeah. With my recovery, but I also think it's good to be somewhat active.
No, I agree. I don't think you should just sat on the couch all week
Yeah.
and just been like, I'm gonna feel great.
Yeah, feed
No,
me a
you-
burrito.
Yeah, for
Give me
real.
another burrito. No, so that's what I like to call like active resting.
Yeah.
That's
That's reasonable.
I've just been up until even like yesterday, more towards the night. A lot of it's like my mind is still extremely tired cognitively.
You
Like
were
I
up for 40 hours straight.
Yeah.
So you need a little catch up time.
I start getting a little dull towards the not as sharp towards the end of the night. Like some of the things that I say, or I'm just like super slow. But what I've noticed is I felt pretty good. I don't know if I was still on a high, possibly of just the endorphins of completing it. And I was really nervous going into this 40-hour run, and I was kind of on a high for the first couple days. And then yesterday I was truly tired.
You felt like you were crashing. Maybe?
I was just, my legs were really just tired. Like if you just walked a long ways. And my left foot and my left IT band is still kind of bothering me.
Yeah.
But I plan on getting in. I have an infrared sauna and a sauna that I have at the house that I'm going to.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
bougie queen.
Yeah, I just got it from
saw you were building that.
J&L saunas. Yeah.
Wow.
I just got
I'm
that.
coming
And
over
you know
next
what was
week.
crazy about the sauna is it was so easy to put together. And the price is not bad.
Really?
Actually, it's infrared.
It's probably like the same as like a hot tub.
I don't know how much is a hot
I
tub.
don't know, like probably like a few grand.
Yeah, it was like maybe, but I have like a pretty nice one.
Yeah.
And mine was around 2,000. Yeah. It like,
Okay, that's
and I
like
have a
way
really nice
cheaper
one.
than I expected.
Yeah.
I might have to invest, but I'm currently living in an apartment. So
Yeah,
maybe
and it
not.
didn't take up that much space either. We have the 2-person. I don't know the exact model, but if you're listening to this and you're wondering like the brand and the model, you can just shoot me a DM or shoot me a DM on Reborn, and I'll get
We'll
all that
answer
information.
your sauna questions next time.
So I have to spend some time in the sauna. It gets to 140, so it's hot, but it's not too hot, and it has all the infrared in there.
Right.
So I just need to do. I've always been horrible at recovery.
Some R&R.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was wild. My run was
Yeah,
wild.
so let's talk about it. Let's get
Okay.
into it. So,
All right.
40 hours straight. You started Friday at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you did not finish until Sunday at 8. So I was here when Ashley finished because I opened the brew up that Sunday
Dude,
morning.
it was so good to see your face.
I'm glad that you were happy
I
to
kept
see
coming around the neighborhood, and I was like just looking for American Brew.
It was
Man.
cute. We had regulars that live across the street from American Brew, and they were out on their porch at 8 a.m. They're
yelling.
like, woo.
I know, and I was
Go,
like,
Ashley.
a few more steps, a few more steps.
Oh my God. You should have
That's
seen
wild.
her, guys. It was like,
Yeah,
it was
detail
literally like
from
Rocky.
your point of view.
It was like Rocky getting to the top of the stairs. You're just like, done.
Yeah.
I felt bad for you. I was like, oh my God.
Did I look broken?
No,
I felt
you
like
didn't
I was.
look broken. You didn't look broken. You looked like relieved almost.
Yeah.
It was done and over with. I could tell that you were proud of yourself, which you should be, because if any of you can run 40 hours,
I was
and
just
look
proud
that
to be
good,
done.
and yeah, shoot, challenge Ashley. But yeah, it was cool getting to see you at the end. So do you want to tell them how you did it, like the track wise in your schedule? Because
Yeah.
I knew it, but I don't know. Did you post that on your Instagram?
I think maybe I talked about it on my story. Yeah, I'll go over the
Yeah, so let's get the big picture.
logistics.
Like, what was the run itself? Because I feel like a lot of people are interested in like how you did that, because I never knew how like marathon runners or extreme runners or any sport for that matter do feats like this.
Yeah. So logistically, it made sense whenever originally I wasn't supposed to start until Saturday, like probably at midnight. But I knew I thrive really well at the nighttime in the darkness without people around, just kind of being in my own grit and just me with myself, I guess, if that makes sense. So we decided to do 2 full nighttime runs, and then I would just have to get through 1 daytime run. So we started at 4 p.m. The sun set a few hours after we started, and I ran around the track. It was a total of 27 hours that I ran around the track.
Oh my God.
We added it up. It was 27 hours. The problem was in the beginning, within the first 7 hours of my run, I started having excruciating IT band pain and on my left side. And I was so frustrated and it definitely got to me a little bit mentally, because I'm like, okay.
Were you worried you're going to have to stop?
Yeah, I was like, this is just 7 hours into my run and I'm already having IT issues. And the IT band, if you don't know, it goes all the way from basically like your ankle to the outside of your calf. And then it connects to your knee, and then it goes all the way from the outside of like your quad hammy, all the way, and it hooks up top, like,
so it's a full.
It is a full band all the way down.
Okay.
And when that thing flares up, a lot of runners know exactly what I'm talking about. It's horrible. And so 7 hours in, I started just like, man, I was like, this is great. Like I was concerned about my ankle bothering me, concerned about blisters, concerned about my shoulders tightening up and like really cramping or like chafing, which I did get some pretty bad chafing. And I was like, this is my IT band. And it wasn't until after I got done from a full night's of running in the daytime, I figured out what happened, like why my IT band was.
What was it?
It was because I was going around the track the exact same direction.
Oh.
For like 12 hours.
Yeah, because
even though it's a
when
turn,
you cut corners, it's probably like
just
a little,
turning,
just a little bit more pressure on one side.
Turning, yes.
Oh my God. So you figured it out.
I figured it out. So my second night,
directions.
I would do 2 one direction and then 2 the other direction. So I completed, I think it was like 12 hours the first. It would have been a little bit more than 12 hours.
Do you know how many laps you did around the track?
I didn't. That would have been cool.
That would be cool.
I wonder if my Garmin actually might have tracked that. But yeah, so we started out at the track, and then from the track, and we started out at a track on a military base here, and then we ran straight down Shore Drive all the way to the boardwalk. And there was a toss-up, and we had our podcast recently with Rich Roll, and that was one of the questions that I asked him.
Yeah, because he's done the ultrathons, which is 3-day race, like you did 2.5 days, right? Yeah, of all these like different activities, and he gave pretty good advice.
Yeah,
listen to that podcast.
My question to him was, would you run around a track for 40 hours or would you run the road? Because when you have the track, it's monotonous, which is good and bad because there's not a lot of thinking. There's also a little bit more cushion.
Yeah.
So there's like protection for your feet, for your joints, but you're also like, I mean, that could drive anybody
crazy
nuts.
Going
around and around and around,
seeing the same things.
And it's also easier, and it was easier every time I came around, especially when I started to experience a little bit of pain. I wanted to stop and stretch every time instead of just kind of pushing through that. And that was something that I had to start mentally checking in with, like, okay, you've done 6 times, 8 times, 10 times around, like you're only going to stop like after you go 2 miles around the track. You're going to stop, stretch for no more than like, you can't stop any more than 5 minutes, because once you start doing that, also your whole body starts tightening up.
Was it a big mind game for you?
It was a big mind game.
What would you tell yourself during like those tough times when like your IT band was like bothering you, or you're like, oh my God, I've seen that tree 6,000 times already. Like, why is it still there? You know, like the craziness of being on a track.
Yeah. There's lots of highs and lots of lows. There was times that I felt great, and there was times that I was like, I mean, everybody thinks it. Like, nobody is making me be out here.
Right.
Like, why don't I just quit?
What pushed you?
The boys and girls of the orphanage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that I'm just super competitive with myself. And it was all a challenge for myself also. You know, I was really nervous going into this run, being able to stay up for 40 hours of just constantly physically moving. That was a challenge for me. It seemed impossible and especially just going around the track through the night, seeing the sun starting to rise and then taking off on a long stretch on the road. And whenever I did that, though, going from the track to the pavement, I could definitely feel a difference. Yes. And my feet got pretty tight. It was almost just like a change of terrain. So we ran all the way down Shore Drive. I don't know the mileage to that, all the way to the boardwalk. But what we decided to do is we changed our plans, and we had really good logistics set up. I had somebody with me on a bike all the time when I was running on the road running on the road. And we changed the plan once I got around to the boardwalk, because it ended up getting really hot that day.
Yeah.
The temps heated up.
It was like 70, 75, 80 degrees.
And in the past, too, it's always been easy for me to get rhabdo, or there's this other something else that can happen if you're just drinking water and not fluids, that I just start throwing up. So we were on top of the water and food game from the beginning, but we were nervous about the heat coming in, because that would be even more fluid.
That's a dangerous logistic to deal with.
Yes. So we decided at the last minute to cut through First Landing State Park.
Nice. That's shaded area. Yep.
It was aside from me having to step over
branches and stuff.
Yeah, the stuff, like
it's a trail. It's like if you're a listener from somewhere else, Seashore State Park it's like a beach and a forest kind of area.
But it's covered.
It is covered with trees, and they have like paths back there, but it can be a little rigorous because there are branches, and it's not a bad place to run, but it's definitely more rigorous and harder terrain to manage, because you do have to focus on what's in front of you on the ground, because you could injure yourself very easily.
Mm-hmm. And that came up in the beginning when we were initially planning the logistics. And I totally said, no, I'm not running the trails. I'm going to cognitively, I'm going to have to be focusing on what's in front of my step, picking up my feet, which is going to cause more energy expelled in that. And then the risk of tripping. There's been so many times. Oh, yeah. There's been so many times that I've been out there on the trails and I basically face plant. This is when I'm good. Yeah. So we spent all day when it was daylight. We ran all the way down, hit the boardwalk, hit the trails back, got back to American Brew. This was a checkpoint. I believe I changed clothes here because the sun was starting to set a little bit. And then it was really hard getting back from American Brew to the track.
Base.
Yeah, to the base. It got dark really fast. There was no lighting on the sidewalks once you got past where Shore Drive is and Pleasure House.
Yeah,
it was so dark. I had one headlamp.
We had Little Creek.
Mm-hmm. And that's when it was a high moment and a low moment. One, thinking that all I have to do is get through one more night.
Yeah.
But then in your mind, what I started to do was wow, well, that's 12 more hours. And, you're like, oh my gosh, 12 more hours. I'm already starting to how can I do 12 more hours? That has to be impossible.
Right.
And so to get through that, it's really easy to get in your mind. And I just had to break it down. I had to dumb it down to where I'm not focusing on getting to 8 o'clock in the morning or when the sun rises in the morning. I'm focusing on getting to midnight. If I can get from 7 p.m. to midnight, that's all I focused on.
Mm-hmm. Was it easy having Blue there and your medical team? Were they cheering you on and everything? Or were they helping, or did you think that was...
he crushed it.
Yeah.
And of course...
Blue was there the entire time.
He did all of the
Ashley.
Logistics.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of his friends.
That's what you call a D1 husband, because that's what you want, a supportive man.
Yeah, dude.
He was there even at 8 a.m. when she rolled up.
So let me tell you this. We didn't even finalize the logistics.
You sent it out like Thursday.
It was Thursday. He spent about 4 hours working on it on Thursday. And I mean, he crushed it. Like 3D maps, like knowing the exact path. We had 2 different crews, so a bunch of his guy friends. I had Carly, who's a firefighter out here. She came out here and was with me through one of the shifts so he could sleep for like 3. And he like didn't even sleep. Like the whole time he probably slept maybe 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's going to do it with you.
Yeah, he just, and there were people there to relieve him to sleep, but he's just like, no, like I got to be there. And he did sleep a little bit. He did. And it was mainly just me like, dude, I'm going to need you when this is done. Like you got to go sleep. But he crushed it. He crushed the logistics of it. And he was on top of like hubby. Making me eat.
Yeah.
And drink.
So what'd you eat?
Oh man, girl.
It was hilarious. You said, you're never going to eat this ever again.
Uncrustables, girl.
Ooh,
strawberry.
Grape.
Dude, like he force fed me. He would hand me
the only thing you ate, and then you had like Gatorade or Cokes.
So the little tiny Cokes, but I drank HydroCharge from Cage Muscle. It's a supplement company. Coconut water, all this really great stuff, and then another hydration drink called Drip Drop.
Drip Drop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was something that Blue would use whenever they were out and away, and they, definitely had to stay hydrated. He was like, oh, you're going to order a Drip Drop. Yeah, so I drank about 9 gallons of water.
Wow. Isn't that like more than the human body has? I think like
don't know.
The human body has like 8 gallons of water in it. So you drink like probably the entire water weight of a person.
Yeah.
Your average size person.
I drink a lot of water.
Good. You should have.
And I burn somewhere around 13,000 calories.
That's a lot of like.
So it was Uncrustables, the strawberry Uncrustables. I ate a whole box of 20 or 30 Uncrustables. I had, girl, it was so bad. I think I had like 2 or 3 Snickers bars. Those were good. And then some shot blocks, but no caffeine. Even whenever I stopped here, after running through the night, this was like one of our checkpoints going out before we hit the day of like daytime. I tried to order an iced coffee. Dude, he wouldn't even let me drink that. He's like, no caffeine when we check your heart rate. We got to know. Yeah, it was dehydrating too. He wouldn't even let me drink it. Yeah. I was like, I just need a Coachella.
God damn it.
I did, though, take a shot of whiskey.
I was going to ask you if you stopped here. Did you have a shot of whiskey?
I did.
What was it? Which one did you
Bullet.
You had the Bullet?
Yeah.
It's probably a good solid.
Yeah, dude.
I've heard it's very hydrating.
Yeah, of
I
course.
Heard it's really good for the body.
Yes, it's very good for the body. It helped me for like the first probably 30 minutes. I was like, oh, I feel a little better.
Like,
Took the edge off.
Honestly loosened your up
a little. It did. It felt
like,
good. I was like, I just need to be taking shots of Bullet
Walking on sunshine.
Yeah. No, I don't recommend that. Don't drink
while you do marathon runs.
Run for 40 hours.
Do it after.
Yeah.
Do it after.
Yeah.
So I know you have a lot of ties back in Haiti with the orphanage. And this is what this whole run was for. Ashley was raising money to go to the Maison
Fortuné.
Yeah, the foundation in Haiti, which is a boys and girls orphanage, correct?
Yep.
So what made you pick this, and like why this way to raise money?
Well, when you saw the gifts that we got not too long ago,
crazy.
We got we put something up on social media about the boys and girls needing stuff in Haiti to get ready for school and some care packages and stuff. And literally the whole top floor of American Brew was flooded.
Yeah.
Strangers, people from all over the U.S.
Customers were even bringing stuff in too.
Yes, sent us so many packages for a big shipment that was going down from Hollywood, Florida over to Haiti. And typically I would just take stuff over there, whatever's needed whenever I would travel over there. But of course, with COVID going on and all the traveling restrictions, we were unable to. So yeah, I've been involved with this orphanage for probably 5 years now. And originally I was supposed to do the 40-hour run over in Haiti. And the significance of the 40 hours is they just this year 2020, they are celebrating their 20-year anniversary of starting their school, putting kids through school there. And this was their 20th year, which was huge.
You've ran in Haiti before, correct? You ran the circumference of the island.
I did the western border.
The western border, okay.
Yeah, that was cool too.
So this was kind of
So I wanted to go back. Originally, this run, the 40-hour run, was supposed to be in Haiti, and I was going to take people with me over there, like fans and supporters. We put up this. Anyways, I'm still wanting to do it. If you signed up to run with me in Haiti and you want to go out there to the orphanage to run with me, we're still going to do it. I still want to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do 40 hours again though. Maybe it'll be like a 40-hour relay.
Yeah.
So originally that's what this whole event was about. I was going to go back to Haiti. The 20 hours was going to be dedicated to the first 20 years that MFO has been opening and operating as an orphanage and helping the boys and girls. And the second 20 would have been for 20 more years and for the future and prosperity to come and to raise them money. But because I couldn't do that, I just ended up and I kept pushing it back.
Did you have this in your mind to do the 40-hour run, or did you think about other events, or, because you've done like marathon activities before. You did the 25-hour rowing.
25-hour row.
Yeah. And
I made it it was going to be a run over in Haiti. So I was like, well, I'm just going to run here.
Yeah.
In the U.S. Sense. I didn't think about anything else. I did have prepared in my mind though, if my ankle started bothering me, I was going to hop on the rower, but it wasn't my ankle at all. Actually, I didn't even feel my ankle, and I was really nervous about my ankles. My stupid IT band.
Fuck you, IT band.
Yeah, my left foot. So that's what it's all about. And last time I checked, we're up to about $15,000.
$15,000. Wow.
So we're gonna keep it open a little bit longer.
Well, for those of you that have donated, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Like literally all of it. And I could see those donations come in, and I would get word from my team. Like,
did that help you?
It did. It did.
Motivated you?
It did. Because it would be pretty depressing if I was running for 40 hours and I didn't even get $1. So
did you? Were you able to speak to your girls? Because Ashley sponsors 2 girls out in Haiti. Did you get to talk to them after
I did, and I saw some videos and I got some pictures. They need to stop growing. I haven't seen them in over a year. It's Mika and Ludna, and they're sisters. They come from the countryside of Haiti, not Hinch, but further out in the country. And both of their parents are dead. They're true orphans. And something from the very beginning, I've just gravitated towards these two. They're both wild, beautiful girls. And so, I like to call them my girls. They call me mom.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. They're adorable.
So
but they will never, and I know people are like, why don't you adopt them? Why don't you adopt them? And I won't. And the reason is like, I will always support them. I will support all the boys and girls in Haiti, but they need to stay in Haiti. Their education is so important there. They need to open up a business in Haiti. They need to be a good leader and a good foundation in Haiti and have that family. Right. I think that it's important. If they ever wanted to come over to the U.S. once they get older, we could probably talk about that. But I believe they need to stay. They need to stay in Haiti.
That's awesome. Do you regret doing 40 hours?
Do I regret it? No.
No. Do you think you do it again in the future?
I was just going to say, I probably won't do it again. If you would ask me if I would. Okay, so this is the thing whenever you set up challenges for yourself, especially really big challenges. It's like whenever you start out, like it could be extremely intimidating, right? I was really nervous. Going into this run for a couple different reasons. One, I didn't feel like, because I decided to homeschool my kids and my whole focus and my responsibilities and priorities, which 100% they were my priorities, it shifted to the kids. Like they weren't going to school anymore. Right. So I didn't have that time from 8 to 3 to train.
Yeah.
I had them at home. I was their teacher. And so my running time, I would run every day, but they were short spurts of training. And I knew that it would get to a point where it would turn into just putting one foot in front of the other, and the mentality of pushing through that and pushing through the pain. I knew that.
Do you have any advice for someone that's going to do fantastic feat, like 40-hour runs or something like that?
Yeah, I think you just gotta get into your own mind mentally first, because it will show up. It 100% will show up. And the pain will be there, and you can expect to experience pain in one part of your body, and it might be there, but know that the pain is real. The pain will be there, but it's how you allow it to affect yourself. And that will determine like if you quit or if you don't. Cause I knew it was like, I knew that like, whatever, the pain in my IT band.
Yeah.
I kept telling myself like, it sucks or like whatever. I had really bad chafing actually in my groin, my crotch area.
You know what the secret is? Deodorant.
No,
Deodorant
I even
on
used,
the thighs.
No, I even used
that's what servers call it. We call it the chub rub.
Really?
During the summer when I used to waitress,
wow.
we would wear
you
shorts.
guys are getting it then.
We would put deodorant.
Because you have to walk really fast.
Yeah, we put deodorant on the inside of our thighs. And we're like, no more chub rub.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Don't get the scented ones, they burn.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I even put some sort of like chafing cream, and it's kind of gross, but like, in between my legs.
Hey, that's the harsh reality if
you're
going to be a marathon runner.
Yeah, I chafed really bad in my crotch. I ended up getting blisters.
Really?
Yeah, it was really bad for a couple of days. It's fine now.
That's
but it was
good.
just bad. It was really bad. And then every time, like, I would try to put more on there, it would just burn. It literally felt like I was on fire.
So, like, I've heard a rumor about, like, marathon runners. Do you guys, like, wear diapers or, like, pee yourself when you're running? Okay.
No, I would just jump off the trail or whatever, try to find a tree.
It's just like one of those
I don't know that
can't ask people, but, like, I want to know.
I don't know. I've never done that.
I've heard.
Okay, all right. Okay, we're gonna get real here. I've done a half Ironman before, and it was in San Juan that I did my Ironman, and yeah, I got out of the water, I biked, and I was running. You stay in the same outfit. I'm pretty sure when I was running, I just peed on myself.
It happens.
Because it doesn't matter. And then when you go to the water station, you just put water on you and it just like washes it away. But you've been in the ocean, then you're cycling. It's like, it don't matter.
Who fucking cares?
How are you going to pull, if you have that whole like
the
triad, like the tri-suit, what are you going to like,
unzip it.
Let me just, excuse me, I'm on this like San Juan trail with like neighbor. Let me just like pull down my whole tri-suit.
I feel like you have bigger things to worry about than
you just pee on yourself. As long as you don't splatter the person next to you, it's fine. So yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know. Probably not a diaper. They probably just pee on themselves.
True.
Especially if you're wet, sweaty, or like or if it's cold, then you pee on yourself and you make yourself warm.
That's what surfers do when they're surfing.
Yeah, but you're in the water.
They're like,
that's different
because you're in the warm water. Little blanket. Just take a nice piss.
No, you just pee in the ocean.
Yeah, but if you're wearing a wetsuit.
Oh, because it goes like inside of you.
Yeah.
I've done that before too.
Yep.
And then the fire, I remember the first time because it's like gets stuck inside of you.
I feel like this was the best possible way to end this segment for today.
All right, we are moving on.
Yeah, we're moving on from the pee talk. Sorry, guys. It's everyone's favorite time.
Question time.
It's question time. Okay. So, first question is from a viewer who needs advice. Mm-hmm. She wants to get into running and she thinks, all the things that are great about it, stress reliever, anxiety reliever. She wants her dog to run with her, but she's not sure where to start. She doesn't have a history of running. She's 25. And she would love to get tips, tricks, advice, anything that you could let her know, like, just to get started. Mm-hmm. And she also said that she loves us. So thank you, whoever you were.
So this is one of the things whenever we want to start something and in our minds, we like to just overcomplicate it. It's really quite simple. The first thing would to just make sure that you have a comfortable pair of shoes. They don't have to be a great pair of running shoes or the most expensive pair of running shoes. But whenever you say you don't have any experience in running, I actually disagree with that because you do have experience in running. From the beginning of time, that's what we've done. We've crawled and then we've walked and then we run. We've been able to run for our entire lives. You may not be able to go a marathon distance or even 5 miles yet, but what you need to do is set a small distance for yourself. And it doesn't have to be every single day of the week, but start with 2 days out of the week. Don't even run for distance. You can start by running for time. Run for 10 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week, and start there. See how you feel. Once you get into running more, maybe you'll be like, oh, I think I want a different pair of shoes. You could go to a running specific store to help you find a better pair of shoes for yourself if the ones that you currently have are bothering you. But don't overcomplicate it. Lace up your shoes and get to running.
Get running. I ran at the gym the other day.
Oh, you did?
I was fucking winded after 5 minutes.
On the treadmill, yeah?
Yes, I was winded.
Nice.
I was like, I'm just going to walk on like an incline
and then you
for
started
5, and then I sprinted the last 5. And
Dude,
I was like,
that's good.
I was sweating my ass off.
That's
and I was
good.
like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through this workout. Because that was my warm-up. I was like,
so
why would I
when was
warm
this?
up?
Was this before or after my 40-hour run?
This was after. This was literally like 3 days ago. I
Oh,
was like,
good.
Fuck. And I literally thought, I was like, if I even
I know, I was wondering if I was
going to
see there.
Ashley, I was like, I feel like she would drop kick me.
No.
But
That's good.
Yeah, just run. Just do it.
Just do it. Just go out there and run.
It sucks in the beginning, but it gets easier. It's like any form of working out.
Yeah, and don't get frustrated. Whatever you have your sights set on, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Anytime that I've had a child and I had to get back into shape.
It sucks the first few times,
I
but
couldn't
if you
even
can push through that.
Yeah, I couldn't even go a half a mile.
Yeah.
So,
that's awesome. Yeah, just
Slow.
do you, girl. Slow and steady wins the race.
That's right.
So I got a few questions about the Glow Run. Someone wanted to know, how did you prevent overtraining syndrome? Are you familiar with that term? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not.
Overtraining.
Yeah.
Just whenever you overtrain, you become more susceptible to the onset of injury. I actually didn't feel like I overtrained at all. I actually felt like I undertrained for it. If your question is more geared towards around the actual 40-hour run that I did, it's honestly hard to tell because I talk about like the pain that I felt. I've done these long types of ultra distance timed events before. So I've been there. My body has been there mentally and physically. And I don't know. I think that like you do feel pain, but I knew that it was just my body getting tired. I can say that I ensured for as long as I possibly could that I kept my running form as impeccable as possible. So I wanted to keep really good steps. I wanted to keep my body in the right
Long strides.
form, everything to avoid injury. So that was what I really focused on probably for the first 20 hours. And then honestly, like my body just started getting like more tired. My steps got shorter and, and then you just kind of, I still kept it in my mind of like the proper like strokes and stuff. And, but yeah, it was fine. You're going to feel the pain, but I don't know. In like an instance like that, like how I would necessarily be able to tell between, an injury or just the pain of running for 40 hours. So I am injury free though. I know that I'm still sore. My left foot's kind of bothering in my IT band, but I know like I'm injury free.
Good. Someone wants to know, did your Garmin watch tell you to, or how long did your Garmin tell you to rest and recover after your Glow Run?
We were looking for that. We
like,
couldn't find it.
It's like, don't rest.
Yeah, we couldn't find that. What really sucks is that I think because I still had my Garmin watch connected to my phone and it was constantly updating and updating. So the first night around the track, it had to have been around 3 or 4 a.m. and my watch was fully charged. It died.
Oh my God.
Dude, it
so
died.
you didn't even try?
So, well, no. So this was during whenever Blue laid down for like an hour and a half and my watch died. And I don't know how long it was dead for. And it had to have been because I was constantly looking at my watch, like probably every half a mile. And I noticed it was dead. And I was like, just like,
Fuck.
oh my gosh, like I don't, and because it's also very rewarding
Seeing how far you've gone.
see how far and the miles I've gone. And I was using it also for my cadence. And I had to go over there and wake up Blue. And I actually had to take his watch. But then I had to start all over at 0. And that was, so we have 2 comparisons. And we have the data. It's up. If you click the link in my bio on my Instagram, yeah, we post it. So you can go to both. It's 2 different Garmin devices. But we posted that. And it's very interesting to see.
That is interesting. That's awesome. Okay, someone wants to know, turning away from the Glow Run. Mm-hmm. This is about the programs that you talked about in one of our previous podcasts. the one that you're doing with Blue, that the Awakening and the Horner Actual. So will the new programs, are you able to buy them together or do you have to buy them separately?
Yeah, they're going to be separate. They're actually, in terms of like goals and the purpose of each training program, they're quite a bit different. So Horner Actual is very similar to the style of training, getting ready for my run that I was doing. Everything is really high reps, 15, 20 reps, a lot of functional movements. The Awakening is crazy. It is definitely an advanced training program. You have to have a full gym set up or at least access to chains or bands. It's intense. And I've done a couple weeks out of the Awakening, and I've seen the entire programming and everything. That this is everything that Blue does. He does it when he's traveling. He does it when he's here. His friends have done it. They're two completely styles of training. I think the Awakening is more, it's definitely for speed and power. But there's a lot of like bro type lifting as well.
Lifting?
Yeah, bro lifting. Whereas mine's more like functional,
right?
High reps, lighter weight.
Cool.
But they'll be separate. But you should buy them both because they're good. Yeah. Variety.
All right. So I had to ask this one.
Is this your question?
No. This is someone else's question.
So I never know these questions.
No. This is always a surprise for her. And
is.
sometimes I like just like throwing curveballs here and there. But this one isn't really a curveball. Someone wanted to know, when are the Women of Iron supplements releasing? But
yeah, we talked about this.
We talked about this, but we also had our little hidden secret of a new release, a new Ashley Horner product in one of our previous podcasts.
Has it came out yet? I don't think
I
that
think
podcast.
it did.
No.
Yeah, that was the one with Rich.
Oh,
So
maybe.
that came
Okay, so
out-
I haven't finished that podcast. I
That
haven't
one
listened to
was
it.
the one. So
Yeah. So
listen to the Rich Roll podcast, and there's a little teaser
yeah,
at the end.
You got to listen to the. Should I say it again? Or should we make him go back and listen?
I think we should make them listen to it.
Make him go back and listen.
Yeah,
go back
go
and
listen to it.
Go back and
Really
listen to
pay
it.
attention to the details there, guys.
It's in regards to the Women of Iron subs and some special projects that we
Coming
have in the
your
works.
way.
That it's different. than what you'd be
2021, we'll
expecting.
see those.
Yeah,
Which
2021.
is right around the corner, guys. Crazy.
Yeah. We're rocking and rolling on that.
Hell yeah.
It's been fun.
I'm excited to see, because I know what it is. Sorry, guys. I already know what's going down, but
It'll be cool.
yeah, that'll be awesome. All right. And just because, for shits and giggles, on our Reborn Instagram that we have, Ashley posted a photo from the interview that we did with Blue. And people were commenting like crazy that they loved your lipstick.
Oh, yeah.
And they want to know, what were you repping? What were you
It
wearing?
was Maybelline,
It was Maybelline?
like
Nice.
smudge proof, of course.
It's a
And
must.
then it's like the Maybelline. It's the one that's in it's like the rectangle, the long rectangle.
very
one.
helpful.
I don't know. I'm not a big like lipstick person. And it's just red. I don't know. Probably like the brightest. I don't know. I'm not like a big lipstick person.
You're right.
I either wear like no lipstick or I wear bright red.
Right. Yeah.
So just find the bright. It's like if I look for red lipstick, I like to have the candy apple red.
Yeah.
Like
that's a
super
classic
red,
color.
not like a brick red.
Like America red.
America red. I love
America.
it. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, dude, I love that lip stuff. Girl, you cannot get it off. It
That's
does
probably
not-
a good thing.
It is a good
I
thing.
don't wear
but
lipstick.
Here's
but
the problem. I think it was after I
got some
had the
chapped-ass
podcast here, and then
Right.
I went home and I put on like my weighted vest. I was gonna go do a workout, dude. I'm like, I cannot work out with red fucking lipstick. You don't understand. I was like taking coconut oil, like trying to get that shit off.
Scrubbing
it
it.
was impossible, but
Wow.
I think I finally got it off. But then but it stays on. I mean, it does its job.
That's good.
So.
I mean, that's all you can ask
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that it? Do we have
Unless-
any homework?
We do have homework.
All
we
right.
do have homework.
All right, going into the homework segment. And then I'll tell you a little something.
tell me a little something,
So,
something. Oh, God.
I've recently I'm into a new property down in
Yes.
Norfolk, and we're gonna open up an American Brew there
Really?
with a roastery.
Woo! American Brew Part 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
because
gonna
the
be
one
awesome.
originally we were supposed to put one on Granby Street, and that fell through. Not from our doing. It was from the building, the something with the building, and just it wasn't right. And so
Everything happens for a reason.
It did. So it's not I'm even hesitant saying it on here. It's not a for sure sealed deal. The property is mine.
Nice.
And I'm 80-90% sure I'm going to put an American Brew there. I just have to figure out, because our screen printing company is going to go there.
Oh, so this is going to be, okay, so I've heard about this. This is going to be the new hub for Ashley Horner.
Yeah.
So we're going to do
and originally I was going to move the gym there, but I'm not going to move the whole gym there.
Right.
I'm going to have a small space for me to train, probably and not tell anybody that it's back there, like a Batman cave. That's what I want. I want a Batman cave. Yeah, thank you. A Batwoman cave. Just where I can go and train, but it is awesome.
Sweet. Who needs a man cave when you have a woman cave?
That's right.
Hell yeah, girl.
Sounds a lot more exciting. Yeah. So, I've already started looking at like roasteries because I really want to start roasting my own beans.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that would be
I
great
almost
for
pulled
us.
the trigger on one this morning. So I'm going to start small, like a sample size.
Okay. I'm always down to sample coffee.
Yeah. So I want to learn how to do it here. And then, yeah. But, and the roasteries now, the one that I have my eyes on, it still takes 3 months to get it in. So we need to make it happen soon. Pull the trigger.
Fuck you, 2020. 2021 is the year of the American Brew.
Yeah. It's going to be great. So, all right, going right into your homework segment. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting me on the run. Whether you're following on Instagram, maybe this is the first time that you're tuning in to the Reborn podcast. It was, and I feel like I don't feel pressure from it, but I know a lot of people look at me and they think that I am invincible, and I'm certainly not. I'm definitely human. And there are a lot of things that I look at and it can be intimidating, and it can be quite a bit scary, like a huge mountain that I don't know how I'm going to climb, but I'm going to climb it and figure out how to get up there. But I did it. And there were even leading up to the run, I was like, oh, maybe I should cancel it and like push it back because I didn't think we were ready. I didn't think like the donations were set up right on like how to get donations. The word was, getting out. But my advice to you guys is to just execute, to just do it. Don't think twice. You're going to think twice, but don't let that play any effect on you doing what you've set out to do. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support. The orphanage, Maison Fortuné, the orphanage out in Haiti has always been near and dear to my heart. I see 100% where the funding is going to, and I could not pick a better organization and a nonprofit to support than the Boys and Girls out in Haiti. So thank you. All right. So the homework of the week is for you to encourage somebody to be that voice of positivity to somebody who needs encouragement.
To accomplish something big.
Yeah, to accomplish something big. Yeah, it doesn't have to be
the 40-hour run. Just make a goal for yourself, or if you know someone out there who's trying to do better by themselves or do better for someone else, just go out and support them.
Yeah, it goes a long ways.
Yeah, it really
think
does.
so, because even the encouragement that I got during my long run, even the smallest bits of encouragement of just people yell, yeah, it did.
It will never hurt. It will never hurt to reach out to someone.
So yeah, just make a conscious effort. Think about it. Do it. Encourage somebody. And that is it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Yeah, for joining us. If you have any questions for me or Lena, we didn't really get to talk about your fitness where you're getting, but we have plans to start getting in the gym together. Probably
Pray
next.
For me.
Well, yeah, soon.
For me.
Soon we're gonna start. She wants to look at my rowing form, which she's probably gonna pick me apart.
It's okay. Yeah, you'll probably pick me apart for everything else.
Yeah,
so
it'll
it's
be good.
Fair.
It'll be good. You're not scared, are you? Are you intimidated?
A little bit.
Why? I love to coach. I love to coach. I will sit here and examine you. Be like, all right, do it again from the side. All right, okay, all right.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I need this.
I
need someone to kick me into shape.
Yeah, it'll be good.
So we'll see next time, guys.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Make sure you tell your friends, family, subscribe, give us feedback.
Keep grinding.
Keep grinding. We'll catch you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.